Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to see about the first unit of our grade 10 textbook, Chemical Basis of Life. Let's go. So, there are about 25 elements in the living body out of 92 elements present in the nature. There are four most common elements in the living body. We know that there are four common elements living in the living body. They are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. So, chemical compounds can be divided into two groups. They can be divided as organic and inorganic compounds. We should know that organic compounds are the compounds which contain carbon. Inorganic compound means the compound which do not contain carbon. So organic compound that build up the living matter is known as the biomolecules. Let's see about the first biomolecule, carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is the most abundant compound on the earth. Carbohydrate produces when the photosynthesis of green plants. So when the photosynthesis helps in the green plants, carbohydrates produced. For example, we can see the carbohydrates are present in sweet potatoes, grains, and we can say more, but let's see them after. So the main elemental composition of carbohydrate is CH and O. We know elements have more symbols like C is equals to carbon, H is equals to hydrogen, and O is equals to oxygen. So the ratio between hydrogen and oxygen in carbohydrate is 2:1. The common molecular formula is CxH2OY. So we need to memorize this formula CxH2OY. Carbohydrates can be divided into three groups. They are monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. So let's see about the monosaccharides. Monosaccharide is the structural unit of carbohydrates. So the structural unit of carbohydrate is monosaccharides. They are also known as simple sugars. Monosaccharide also have another name. They are known as simple sugars. So they have many characteristics like they are crystal shaped, generally sweet, and they can be soluble in water. The examples for monosaccharides are glucose, fructose, and galactose. What are they? Glucose, fructose, and galactose. So let's define those examples of monosaccharide. Okay. Now let's think about the glucose. Glucose present in bee honey and ripened fruits. We know ripened fruits are so taste and bee honey are so sweet. So we think about the glucose. We can say many facts about them. They are, and the end product during hydrolysis of all starch food. Glucose is an end product during hydrolysis of all starchy food. Another fact is plants produces glucose during photosynthesis. So glucose produced during the photosynthesis. Next type is fructose. Fructose can be found in ripened fruits, carrots, pumpkin, and bee honey too. Okay, the facts are fructose can be known as the fruit sugar. You know that the fruits are so sweet, though, then we can take it as fructose. And the other one, the fructose is formed during the ripening of fruits. Next type, galactose. Galactose are present in dairy products. Dairy products means like milk, butter, that items. Okay, the facts are the galactose is produced during end product during hydrolysis of lactose. So this galactose has no any taste, mean no any sweet taste. Okay, let's see about the disaccharides, that is the second division of carbohydrates. So you may ask, how do disaccharide form? How does disaccharides form mean? When two monosaccharides join together, then a disaccharide form. And when that process happens, and water molecule is released, that means H2O molecule. We know instead of water in science we say H2O. They have like disaccharides have more characteristics like sweet, water soluble, and they have a shape, they are crystal shaped. So like monosaccharides has glucose, fructose, galactose, disaccharide also have examples like maltose, sucrose, and lactose. So let's see the examples briefly. So the first type is maltose. Maltose are present in germination of seeds. We know that the growth of seeds is known as germinating. So the facts are intermediate product of starch hydrolysis, mean the middle product, the ongoing when the maltose is ongoing, the process of maltose is on starch hydrolysis is ongoing, the middle product of starch hydrolysis. Okay, you may ask how maltose is formed. Like when two glucose molecules are formed, a maltose is produced. Let's see the next type, sucrose. They are present in white and brown sugar. Sorry, I forgot to put there. White and brown sugar. So in white and brown sugar we can see sucrose, and we can see it in phloem sep in trees. I mean in cell we can see phloem sep, that is phloem sep. Okay, the fact is how sucrose is formed. One glucose molecule and one fructose molecule produces a sucrose, and an H2O molecule is released. Next type, lactose. In dairy products we can see lactose. They are present in dairy products. I said earlier that dairy products are milk, butter, like that things are dairy products. So this lactose formed by one galactose and glucose molecule form a lactose and released an H2O. Okay, let's see the third division of carbohydrates, polysaccharides. Polysaccharides are formed by polymerization of large number of monosaccharides. So polysaccharides can be formed by polymerization of large number of monosaccharides. Okay. These type of these type of polysaccharides can't be soluble, not soluble in water. They are not crystal in shape. Mean they are like not crystal shape and can't be soluble in water. So this carbohydrates division have many examples. Like that, polysaccharides also have some examples. Like cellulose, starch, glycogen are examples for this. So let's see them briefly. Cellulose. Cellulose can be present in cell wall of plant cell. Cell wall of plant cell and fibers. So in these things, cellulose can be found. We can see it in the name of the cellulose. There in the first four letters, we can see the cell. So we can easily memorize that cellulose is present in cell wall of plant cell. It is easy. So let's see the facts. Cellulose is not digest in human digestive system. It can't be digest, and it helps to avoid constipation. Okay, let's see starch. Starch can be found in grains, yams, breadfruit, jack, and there are many examples. I have took 3. So the facts are storing the starch stores the starch in plants. So in plants, they starch stores starch in plants. So the function of starch is storing in plants. Glycogen. So they are present in animal liver and muscles of animals. So the fact are the glycogen is a store in animal body. Let's see the significance of carbohydrates. They can be use of an energy source. Energy source means the main source to obtain the energy for activities of organisms is the carbohydrate. So the monosaccharide means the glucose produced due to the hydrolysis of those compounds released energy. The second is as a storage compound, means it will help to store the compounds. And the third one is a structural component in the plant cell wall, and the last is as a constituent of nucleic acid. So we can see the test to identify the carbohydrates. Okay, let's see how the starch is tested. So we need to take a small amount of food and grind well with water. We need to grind it well with water, and we should take the iodine. We know the iodine, and take iodine drop and add to that food we mixed with water. So if we mixed it, we can see a color change, like purplish blue color. So for glucose and sucrose, the tests are same. So first let's see about the glucose test. A solution of glucose is obtained into a test tube. So into the test tube, we should take the solution of glucose, and in the science lab they have the Benedict solution.